Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Nadja. I'm a picture book artist and a freelance illustrator from the Netherlands. Well, on this tiny channel, I show you my illustration process and I talk about all things art related. If I ask you what art supplies, plans, organizing, making lists and shopping have in common, well, you most likely will know because you read the title of the video. Well, besides being things I love separately, today I get to combine all of these things by organizing my art studio. So is this a way to hype myself up and stop procrastinating and finally get around to organizing my art studio so it's functional again in my working process? Maybe. Don't know if you recognize this, but for me, when I've organized my space, it stimulates me to create art. So when you're working, packing orders, creating art, it's natural that everything, starts to get a little bit messy again. Covered with the supplies may not be as tidy anymore. It's starting to be a bit difficult to find everything. In the back of my mind, I keep thinking I need to organize everything, and that pile of administration is piling up. I actually have 2 days of time. Although it's not very messy, it will take some time to, get into the nitty-gritty and open every drawer and go through the administration. So for these days, I do have 3 goals in mind. I really want to have a more functional workspace. So I'm going to look at painting and the illustration area, the packing area, my Etsy shop, and just create a space that's more functional for me, so I have everything at hand, which will speed up the process when I'm working. Second goal is I would like to take a look at the storage systems I have to be able to tidy up my place after I work more efficiently. So it will take, I hope, a longer while before it gets to this point again. And the third goal is I want to bring a little bit more coziness to my space. So let's just jump into my Notion overview real quick and I will show you the areas that I would like to tidy and organize. I did want to write everything down instead of starting out randomly to avoid becoming too overwhelmed. I made a page in Notion to have an overview of all of the areas I wanted to clean and organize. While I made this list, I could already see it would be a lot of work. Instead of going through the list point by point, I will show you the areas that need some TLC. random things I'm finding here. Why is this here? So I'm very happy to say that I'm finished. Well, I initially said that it would take me about 1 to 2 days. I was wrong. It is now exactly 1 week later. I organized my entire studio. I just got so overwhelmed with everything I wanted to do, and I just thought I'm going to divide everything in small tasks, small chunks of time, and I'm going to do something every day. And when I started doing that, that really helped. So bonus tip for you, not do everything in 1 day. So if I'm going to do this in the future, which may not be necessary anymore, I hope so, I would definitely plan a longer period of time. I'm excited to show you everything. Firstly, I will just do a little tour, show you all of the areas, how it turned out. And afterwards, I'm also going to zoom into these areas a little more and talk about what I did and how I think this will improve my workflow. These are the items that I often use and are a bit more difficult to store within the art studio itself. This is stuff that I use to make my videos, lighting, all of the digital tools. This is the drawing board. I really love using it, but it's very large and chunky and I don't like having it on my table at all times. So what I really wanted was to have a space on my desk to be able to draw at and paint at, and afterwards I wanted to be able to clean everything and tidy everything so it's not lingering around on my desk. As I mentioned before, I just like to have things visually tidy because I get overwhelmed pretty quick when there are a lot of visual stimuli. So what I decided to do was make better use of this IKEA trolley. When I'm working, ideally I would like scoot over with my desk chair or walk, you know, because that's just more healthy, and get this trolley near me so I can place it here. Sorry if you got a little nauseous there. I organized this trolley so I would have all of the things that I need when I work traditionally and paint. So this trolley now has all the items I need when I want to work traditionally. These things are really nice to have within arm's reach. These are my gouache paints, my brushes, my watercolors, this little thing, little container I need when I'm sharpening my pencils. And also the tools that I use most are also here. Color pencils are here and my sketchbooks. So I have everything at hand to create traditionally, and afterwards, which I'm just very happy about, is it's so handy that I just can put away all of these things again in a trolley and keep them there and have my desk nice and clean. Will this work out when I start working? I don't know. I will keep you updated about that. So before the organization, I kept the projects that I worked on here in this tiny drawer oftentimes, which led me to have a lot of projects within that little drawer, and it took me a while to be able to find everything. So I thought about a solution, and I think I found a way to work with that a little better. So I organized all of these folders, and each project now has its own little folder. I went through all of the administration, I got rid of things I didn't need anymore, and right now this reflects the things I'm working on. The most important and current ones are here. I made a couple of archives, you know, picture books I worked on before. I think it will be very convenient that when I decide to work on a project, I can just grab that folder, have everything at hand, everything I need is in there, and afterwards I can just store it here and use it the next time when I need it. While it took me some time to organize all of this, I think that it will give me a lot of time to be able to have my art supplies and my projects organized like this. You remember that drawer I opened at the beginning of the video? It's insane, the stuff I found in there. Anyways, it's cleaned now, it's organized now, and here it is. So this is just now a little storage unit for, you know, all things administrative, a notebook, one of the many, some cards, my Dymo labeler, it's really amazing. Cables, stickers, things that will probably get cluttered again after some weeks or months. I also gave these IKEA drawers a makeover. It's still storage for my paper, but I just went through everything I had, see which sketchbooks I wanted to use, which paper I used most. So everything that I use most is on top. My favorite watercolor paper, my new sketchbook that I can start when the other sketchbook is full and not right now. So these are art supplies that I don't use a lot. Still, it's nice to have them here. Don't have to be in reach so much. This drawer is really dear to me. So these illustrations are from my book Wanderlust. It's the first solo picture book I created with my own story. It's a wordless book, and it was my first Kickstarter campaign as well. These are some things I really like to keep safe and neat, and I still need to find a way to display them. So until that time, they are stored nice and safe within this drawer. There was a little mess here as well. So I made these boxes. So here's my eco line, for example, crafting items, some small prints from my Etsy store for when the other ones are sold, I can restock them. The Etsy store wasn't really a thing that I needed to put a lot of effort and attention into right now because I organized this before. I did get around to adding some more of these containers for new prints because I had some new ones coming out and I labeled them. I also bought this little box, it's a tea box actually, to contain my stickers and buttons. And when I'm going to make more stickers, I think I will get an extra one of these. But I think it's very nice when packing Etsy orders that everything is really visible, and we can just grab them and pack the order. You may have seen the creation of these autumn prints in my last video, and I really needed some extra storage for the new prints I made. So there probably will be more of these in the future. And this will be a place where my 2023 calendars will be stored. They are on their way, yes. Now that we're discussing my Etsy shop, I did make some changes to the shipping areas, as you know. I added this little bin to have orders in that are packed and ready to go out the door, so I can just grab them as I pass by. And I organized these little baggies. So we have the correct sizes and everything is easily found. So I work outside of my art studio for 1 day a week, and I thought I put these bags here so I can grab everything I need from my IKEA trolley and take them along. These are the envelopes that will be used to wrap and pack my Kickstarter orders, so the 2023 calendar. And because we are going to start packing soon, it's nice that they are located near the packing station. And I also got around to organizing these drawers. And again, I organized this so everything is close at hand, everything we need, no things we don't need. Great sentence. So I just wanted to say thank you real quick. Thank you for keeping me company in this video while I organized my art studio. It was fun to have you here, and I hope to see you in the next video.